Happy Thursday.
Hello. Good morning.
You guys, so excited that listen, we have our very first American Business Spotlight person who's pledging their support to our show. We've talked about this in the past, our American Business Spotlight, like our small business person company. Okay. So there's been an outpouring of interest. We cannot believe how many people
Isn't that the greatest?
Expressed interest in this, and we're super blessed about it. Okay. So we want to pay it forward. We're super excited about this. And we are introducing our very first one. Super excited about it. Taylor Soap Works.
Do you guys remember?
Yeah.
Because she sent us soap. Remember the Get Busy Living, Get Busy Dying soap?
Yes, totally. So this is the perfect handmade gift. It's from our friend Christy, the owner and creator of Taylor Soap Works. Okay. So here's the thing. Taylor Soap Works provides, and I'm going to read some of this. I don't want to miss anything. Provides skin-friendly products, both fragranced and fragrance-free. They have bath and body products for men and women, bar soap, hand and body wash, salts, scrubs, bath bombs, my favorite bath bombs. Shower steamers, also, I love those too. Hair care, beard care for dudes.
Wait a minute. What's a shower steamer?
Oh my God, it's like a bath bomb, but you put it in the shower.
I
know. I love it.
But does it do something to your skin, or is it just a fragrance thing?
It's like fragrance, and it's like it's oh my God, I love it. Like the lavender ones I die for. Like because listen, I don't take as many baths anymore as I like in the summertime. I don't take as many baths because it's hot. In the wintertime, I take all the baths. So shower steamers are bomb, y'all. They're awesome. So they're fantastic. They also offer beard care for dudes. So Taylor Soap Works, it's a family operated business. They're dedicated to God, family, country. Hello. They're said to pass along. They want us to pass along. They love the chicks. They're conservative followers. They are conservative to the core.
She's here. She's probably watching right now.
I know. I love this so much. You guys can say hi to her. Okay. So you can use coupon code CHICKS for 20% off non-sale items. Go to chicksontheright.com/sponsors. Click on the banner. This is where all of our ABS, our American Business Spotlight folks are. Click on the banner for the American Business Spotlight where you can find them, Taylor Soap Works. Okay. And we should give them support because this is what we're all about here. Like we're super excited about the small business, the American Business Spotlight. And it's perfect for Mother's Day. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So chicksontheright.com, chicksontheright.com/sponsors. Click on American Business Spotlight, the banner, and then check out Taylor Soap Works Chicks for 20% off non-sale items. So excited about this, you guys.
Oh my gosh. How cool is it that we get to like use our platform to promote people and small businesses in this community. And then like we all support each other in the process. It's just win.
Yeah.
All around.
So great.
I just can't. Great. I just like can't even deal with how much I love this entire program. And I love that Taylor Soap Works is the very first one. I can't. I love it. I love all of it.
Too.
So great. Okay, just a reminder, today's Thursday, yes?
Yes, it's Thursday. Yes. All day today. All day.
It's going to be Thursday, which means that not tomorrow, not Saturday, and not Sunday, but Monday is the day that we will be announcing to everyone where and when. Well, not exactly. We don't know exactly when the second meet and greet is going to happen, but we do know the date and the place of the next one, and we know the place of the one after that, and we're going to be announcing that to everybody on Monday. So make sure that you're tuning in here on Monday. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I just wanted to mention really quickly that New York State has followed in the footsteps of California, and they have decided to ban gas stoves and furnaces on all new construction starting in 2026. That is just 3 short years away. No more gas stoves for you. If you're planning on building a home after 2025 in New York State, you don't get to have a gas stove. I don't have a gas stove right now, and I'm going to get one in my new house in South Carolina just to spite this administration. It's purely out of spite.
I would do it anyway. I would do it anyway because I like gas better. Like when we built our house here. When we built our house here in Texas, I had an electric one back in Indy. I just like gas better. You can control
Everybody does. I don't know a single person who ever has used both who comes out saying I would prefer electric.
Plus, I hate those flat stovetops, you guys. I don't even cook that much, but they're such a pain in the butt to keep clean. I just hate them. Gas stoves are the best. They're the best.
Restaurants, yes, Sharon. This counts for restaurants too. And in fact, the mayor, or not the mayor, I'm sorry, the governor, Hochul, that hag, she was on one of the news programs talking about how this is just how you transition, you guys. This is just how you do it. I mean, so
Okay.
you're just gonna have to get fitted. If you're a new building, and new buildings from henceforth and forthwith, you're not gonna be able to heat with a furnace, and you're not gonna have gas stoves. You're just
Yeah.
SOL. Sucks for you. But
Yeah.
everybody likes gas better. I've never used it. I'm excited to use it. But really, I would have been perfectly fine with electric because it's what I'm used to. I am only getting it out of spite. That's
They
it.
they are just trying so hard to control us.
Right?
No.
They can suck it so hard.
God. These people.
I know.
No. The answer is no.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, New York sucks. California sucks. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of nice conservatives there in both places, and I feel bad for you, but leave. You know what I mean? Like, get out and get into a conservative place, because yikes.
Oh my gosh.
Also, there was a shooting that took place at a medical center in Atlanta yesterday. You've probably heard about that. They did apprehend the shooter, and it is some 24-year-old guy, this black guy named Dion something or other. They don't know why he decided to kill one woman and injure 4 others. We don't know. We have no idea why he did this, and maybe we won't, because this is a black perpetrator. Therefore, the news is not going to be interested in the story.
Exactly.
And so it's probably just going to go away, right? I mean, it's just going to bye. That's the end of that story. Exactly. And so also, before we get to videos, we do need to mention that John Fetterman has now blamed his depression on Dr. Oz.
Oh, it's Dr. Oz's fault.
It's all his fault, you guys.
Right. That's why. That's what causes chemical depression, you guys, is Dr. Oz. Did you guys know that? Anybody out there who has ever suffered chemical depression knows that it's Dr. Oz's fault.
Totally his fault. If you come into contact with Dr. Oz, just get ready, because you're about to be depressed.
You touch him and it's like, oh my God, I'm depressed. I'm going to need some antidepressants. It's Dr. Oz's fault.
I mean, what? I can't believe this is real life.
Sounds
John
logical.
Fetterman is a senator.
Sounds completely logical. Okay.
Oh my gosh. All right. So before we get to videos too, I wanted to let everybody know that you can still get a free Jumpstart trial bag of Rough Greens. This is the green powder health supplement for your dogs, for your BFFs. It's for Coda. Does Coda like it? Have you tried it yet?
He hasn't. No. It's way too soon. He eats like 3 times a day, eats a particular kind of food. And so he's not ready for Rough Greens just yet. Although my husband did give him a little bit of peanut butter and he was like blissed out. So yeah, but that's it. He's not quite ready, but he will get Rough Greens at some point.
So, again, Rough Greens, this is founded by naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black. Dr. Dennis Black knows how much you love your dogs, knows how much you care about your dog's health. This is the stuff that supports healthy joints, a shiny coat, energy levels. It helps their breath. It does so much good stuff for your dog, and you can try it for free. And it's a pretty good size bag. It'll last you a couple weeks for sure. And you can see how your dogs like it, how they respond to it. My dogs are absolutely crazy about it. Again, the trial bag is free. All you do is cover shipping, and you can get it by going to Rough Chicks. That's RUFF chicks.com, and you can try it. It makes your dead dog food come alive, and it gives them all the vitamins, minerals, probiotics. What is it? It's digestive enzymes. It's got the omega oils 3, 6, and 9. It's got all the good stuff that your dog needs to live its longest, healthiest life. It's Rough Chicks, RUFF chicks.com. Try it. You're gonna love it. Okay, so let's get to some videos. There's big news yesterday, and that is related to a whistleblower that we don't know much about. We know that there is a whistleblower who has given information to Congress that suggests that there is some sort of document somewhere within the Department of Justice that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that Joe Biden, while he was vice president, was engaged in foreign influence peddling, which of course is a crime. And so now there's calls from Republicans in Congress to the Department of Justice, to Merrick Garland, saying, pony up. We want to see the documents immediately. They've subpoenaed those documents. And so I have two clips to share with you about that I thought were really interesting because they're both from Fox. The first is a news item, right? It's like that. I think it's John Roberts, maybe John Roberts, who's reporting. Is that his name? I never remember.
I think it is John. Yeah, I think it is him because it's either Trace Gallagher, who's like the gray.
It's not Trace. I know it's not Trace.
It's John Roberts, who's the gray haired dude. There's like two. Okay. Of them. Right.
All right. So I think it's John Roberts. And it's interesting because he is reporting it as a news story. And then I want to juxtapose that with the second clip, which is Hannity announcing it on his show. And you're going to see the difference in tone with how they report this news. Okay. So I just thought it was really interesting because it's both, clips from Fox. And you're going to get all the details from these two clips. Take a listen.
Involving President Biden, our senior national correspondent, Rich Edson, has got more about a document that a senator and the head of the Oversight Committee in the House are looking for. Rich?
Hi, John. Good afternoon. The House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer says that he's issued a subpoena to the FBI in a letter that he and Senator Chuck Grassley have sent to Attorney General Merrick Garland and FBI Director Chris Wray. They write that a, quote, highly credible whistleblower says the Justice Department and FBI have a form that, quote, describes an alleged criminal scheme involving then-President Biden and a former national relating to the exchange of money for policy decisions. It's been alleged that the document includes a precise description of how the alleged criminal scheme was employed, as well as its purpose. Now, Comer and Grassley provide no information on the identity of the whistleblower, what specifically they're alleging. In short, it's a subpoena for a document that an unidentified whistleblower says exists and shows illegal activity. It is unclear yet how the Justice Department will respond. We have reached out, John.
All right. So we don't know what this scheme is, only that it's believed that the DOJ and the FBI have information about this scheme?
Exactly. What these two Republicans are alleging is that there is a document that exists, and they've gotten that information, they say, from a whistleblower, an unidentified whistleblower, and that the document exists within the Department of Justice and the FBI showing an illegal scheme, allegedly involving the vice president, and that they are requesting that information now officially with a subpoena from the FBI and Justice Department. But these Republicans have not seen that document. And they have just sent the subpoena request because a whistleblower told them it exists within the FBI. That's where we are right now with this.
All right. Are we going to be hearing from them in the near future? Do we know?
Unclear. I believe that they are going to speak to cameras on Capitol Hill. And, of course, we've got a full team up there ready to cover.
I have just reached out to Chuck Grassley's team myself. I was told.
Okay, so that's the first part.
That's
the straight news, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So what are you like when you hear that? Does it sound like, oh my God, like this is earth shattering? This is like,
no.
It doesn't,
in fact,
right?
I think to myself, nothing's going to happen with this. That's exactly what I think. I think absolutely zero is going to happen with this. And then, later on in the day, obviously we heard stuff like they're probably going to classify it. Nothing's going to happen because nothing ever happens to the Biden family. So I just go, okay, whatever. That's great. That's nice. Okay. Moving along. And then you hear Hannity.
Right. And then it's a whole different tone with Hannity. But what's interesting to me, like, I don't really understand. Let's just pretend for a second that this document does exist. Right. So the whistleblower is saying, oh my God, you guys, you got to get your hands on this document because it like tells the whole story. First of all, why is there a document that outlines an entire criminal enterprise? Why would it be housed in the FBI or at the DOJ? And if it is, in fact, there, why would somebody not just take it out of its file and be like, and rip it up and throw it away? Like, I don't understand how all of this works and how this wouldn't easily be taken care of by all of Biden's minions, but that's a whole other story, I'm sure. That's where my mind goes, is like, there's just one stray document. Who's to say that the DOJ isn't going to be like, we can't find it? I don't know. It's nowhere. It's not.
I feel like and if there's one, there has to be more than one. You know what I mean? I feel like there would have
there has to be an electronic record, maybe. I don't know. It's
or like
the whole
just
thing is so weird.
Some sort of a paper trail. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So we'll see. But as you'll hear, thank you, SD Lord. Thank you so much for that super sticker. Appreciate it. As you'll hear from Sean Hannity, this is it, you guys. This is the smoking gun. Things are about to go down. Take a listen.
I know everyone agrees with that. We have a Fox News alert. It is a big one. A federal indictment against Hunter Biden now appears imminent. The president's son could be arraigned as early as tomorrow. He could wind up going to prison. The Washington Post is now reporting that prosecutors are now nearing a decision on felony tax charges and gun charges after meeting with Hunter Biden's lawyers late last week. So make no mistake, tensions are very high at the Biden White House tonight, but not just because of the president and his deadbeat son and his potential arrest. He is a great artist, by the way. Breaking moments ago, the big guy himself has been directly implicated in a serious crime. I'm talking about the president. In fact, a brand new, legally protected, highly credible whistleblower disclosure might end up being the biggest story of the year. Listen to this. According to the bombshell disclosure detailed by Senator Charles Grassley and Congressman James Comer, the DOJ and the FBI are now in possession, they believe, of evidence that will prove that Joe Biden took foreign bribes. Now, this document, quote, this is in the document, describes an alleged criminal scheme involving the then Vice President Biden and a foreign national relating to an exchange of money for policy decisions. In other words, the very definition of a high crime, also a serious felony that, if proven true, could result in impeachment, possible imprisonment of Joe Biden, your president. Now, the allegation is clear.
His audience is very happy.
Yeah, I'm sure that they are. Listen, if nothing happens today, then what are we supposed to? Wait, are you there? Hello?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You're there.
If nothing happens today, then what are we supposed to think about that? You know, I mean, it's like,
well, that's the thing. He's so hyper about it, right?
Yeah. It's like, listen, I don't think anything's going to happen. I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer about it, but I just don't think nothing has happened thus far. I don't think anything is going to happen with this. And furthermore, I'm like worried about the whistleblower. I hope the whistleblower is not unalived. I know. Good Lord. So there's that. But they're saying that all Biden has to do is classify this document. And then, of course, Grassley can go in and like read it in a skiff or whatever. But that's all he has to do to make this thing go away, which is just shows you how deep the corruption goes in our government. I mean,
but that would, like Ted Cruz said, if they do that, it will be the biggest tell of the corruption.
Of course, and so we already know that they did stuff that was wrong. We already
but then
know.
couldn't they like, if Grassley is able to, if members of Congress are able to read the classified document, can't they just go and grab a Democrat and be like, look, see, it's right there. And then, you know what I mean?
A Democrat will be like, okay, fine. I don't want anything to happen to this president. I don't want anything to happen to these people because these are my people. I'm going to protect them at all costs. Democrats know that this guy's a crack smoking loser that has done bad things. They all know. They all know in their heart that they did bad things. And they're covering for them. It's the same reason that the press pool covers for this piece of crap president that we have. I mean, they all know that they do bad things, but they're going to cover for them. So I don't see how it's going to be any different. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, but I just don't think anything's going to happen. I don't. They're going to keep covering for these people.
I'm still a little bit optimistic.
Okay.
Because it's going to be very, very difficult if there are Republicans that can, even if it's classified, if they can see the document, if they can read it, if it's clear evidence, there's no way that they're going to, there's just no way that Democrats can be like, that's not what it said. You know what I mean? They can try to do that, but it will be so clear that they're covering, more clear than it's been on any other thing. And I don't know how they get away with that.
They get away with it because there are two separate sets of justice for Democrats and Republicans in this country. We've seen it time and time.
But how will they explain it? What will they say? What will they be? How will they like?
They don't have to. They just look at us and go, neener. You guys have a different set of justice than we do. I mean, it's just, we've just seen it. My God. I mean, look at the stuff that Hillary got away with.
God.
Right? Am I not wrong about that? Am I?
I mean, they be wrong.
I want to be wrong too. I want to be so very wrong. But the things that they get away with, and then the things that we don't, it's right. It's blatant. It's in our faces. They rub our faces in it. I'm just trying to be realistic about that.
No, I mean, and everyone has every reason to be pessimistic about how justice is going to operate.
I think that what they did was completely wrong. I think there's a lot. I think that they should be caught. And I think there are really terrible things in that document. I think the whistleblower is brave for coming out. Thank God there's somebody that's willing to speak out against, the corruption in that family. But man, I just don't have high hopes for them being, having their feet held to the fire. I wish.
You guys, I know I'm not trying to stress you out or anything, but not this Sunday, but the following Sunday is Mother's Day. And so if you don't realize how quickly that is upon us, this is just your friendly reminder that you probably have a mom in your life, whether it's your actual mom or your stepmom or your mother-in-law or your wife or anybody that you know that's a mom that you need to probably show some appreciation and love for. If you are struggling coming up with the perfect gift, we have got you, boo. Okay. You can treat the mom in your life for Mother's Day by getting her the most luxurious loungewear that you can even fathom from Cozy Earth. And we can speak to this from experience because we have the PJs. I've got the robe. Everything feels like you're just dripping with elitism when you have it on. You know what I mean?
Fantastic.
Like
yes.
you feel like
you're
a
diva.
Like you're a gajillionaire. And like you probably have a butler in the next room. That's what it feels like to wear Cozy Earth loungewear. It feels like nothing else. And it's because it's like made of that bamboo viscose, that fabric that just feels like just glorious on your skin.
$1,000,000. Yeah, you do.
Oh my gosh. It's fantastic. And you can save up to 35% right now at cozyearth.com/checks. So if you've been struggling with a gift idea, you cannot go wrong. There's not a woman alive that will not love this.
If your family won't buy it for you, treat yourself.
That's right. Treat yourself indeed. cozyearth.com/chicks. All right. The other big story. It's possible, you guys, that we're about to face yet another summer of complete chaos and mayhem with another George Floyd type of situation. Because if you missed it, there was a homicide. It's been now officially ruled a homicide on a New York subway yesterday, and that there was a 30-year-old Jordan Neely, who is a Michael Jackson impersonator, was put into a chokehold on the subway yesterday, and he died as a result of that chokehold. It was a Marine, and the guy is white. The Marine is white. Jordan Neely, a black man, and so you know how that always goes, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So he was put in a chokehold. There were two other people that were kind of holding down Jordan's arms and legs and just kind of keeping him restrained. I've seen the video of the chokehold and eventually Jordan Neely's body just kind of becoming still, and it's horrifying. But I did not see anything that happened that led up to that. And so right now there's a lot of questions. So naturally, your typical culprits, people like Ayanna Pressley, for example, AOC, the squad, of course, is immediately saying, Jordan,
it was murder.
Neely, oh my God, he's such a victim.
Right.
So here's a tweet from Ayanna saying he was 30 years old. Black men deserve to grow old, not to be lynched on a subway because they were having a mental health crisis. Jordan deserved better. Accountability now. AOC has come out and called this Marine a murderer. Now, they took the Marine into custody and then they let him go. And there are a lot of people that are saying this guy's a hero because he prevented complete mayhem from happening on the subway. Who knows what Jordan was about to do? He was very agitated. AOC is trying to say he was just asking for food and water, you guys. That's what she's actually saying. But the fact remains, we don't know. What I can tell you is that the guy was arrested 42 times, okay, in the past 10 years. He was also arrested in 2021 for hitting a 67-year-old woman in the face. So this guy not a good guy.
Yeah.
And in many ways, you know, there's similarities with him and George Floyd, right? There's a history there that is a criminal history.
But you're supposed to ignore that. You're supposed
to die. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he deserved to die. I'm saying we don't know what even led up to this incident or whether his death prevented many others. I don't know. I'm just saying we shouldn't be saying anything like, you know, the Marine should go to prison for life, like Ayanna and AOC are saying, until we actually know what happened. And so amazingly, Mayor Adams is being reasonable. And I'm stunned at this. Maybe it's his cop background. I don't know, but he's being reasonable, right? Like,
yeah, he's
it's
like
incredible to me.
He's the one person that has, a little bit of reason in all this, which for now, at least.
Yeah, for now. So,
yeah, but what he's saying is we need to wait until all the facts come out, which is what we should be doing in every single one of these situations. But people don't seem to want to do that, especially when race is involved. This is what we're doing in this country is if, we look at the color of people, not we, but a lot of people look at the color of people's skin and then they jump to conclusions and then we are in total chaos. That's what happens now with these situations. Instead of saying, okay, let's look at the facts of the case. Let's see what happened. Let's look at the whatever. If there were tapes, let's see what happened first before we go into complete chaos and people start freaking out.
And there's already protests happening. There were protests at the subway. I mean, it's already becoming so crazy. But just like some of the people that are, the immediate rush to conclusions. Oh my gosh, this is a white on black crime, whatever. Listen to this kind of stuff they're saying. They're posting these videos of Jordan Neely like performing, right? Like in his Michael Jackson getup, saying this was Jordan Neely, a hungry New Yorker choked to death by a grinning Marine who is being celebrated as a hero by NYPD and press. His offense was simply aggressive speech, throwing his jacket on the ground and asking for food and water. So the depiction of this guy as some sort of sweet, innocent, just bystander is ridiculous. The guy was obviously a huge criminal. Now, I'm not saying he deserved to die. Once again, obviously he did not deserve to die, but we don't know what led up to that actual incident. That's still a big question. Here's Mayor Adams responding to some of these initial reactions by AOC and others that, the Marine is like a total murderer. Here he is responding.
One of the reasons that this story is really hitting a nerve is because this man appeared to be having mental health issues. This is something that you've talked a lot about, but I want to read to you. This is a response from the comptroller, Brad Lander. He tweeted this: New York City is not Gotham. We must not become a city where mentally ill human can be choked to death by a vigilante without consequence. There's also this from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the Democratic congresswoman. She said, Jordan Neely was murdered. What is your response to what they're saying here?
Well, both the congresswoman and the controller is a citywide leader. And I don't think that's very responsible at the time where we're still investigating the situation. Let's let the DA conduct his investigation with the law enforcement officials. To really interfere with that is not the right thing to do. And I'm going to be responsible and allow them to do their job and allow them to determine exactly what happened here.
Can I just ask you, though?
I mean, that's amazing.
Well, he also understands what will happen if they are not allowed to do that. He also understands that his city and that it can devolve into chaos if they're not allowed to do. He's seen what happened, and he has seen what has happened in other cities. When people on his staff and then, people in other cities that are supposed to be doing the jobs of investigation are not allowed to do that job. And you can tell he's probably like, holy crap, like my city can go into complete chaos if they're not allowed to. So yeah, they are irresponsible for not allowing that to happen completely.
And they're riling people up, right? They're riling people up and creating that whole fervor. That is exactly what happened in the summer of 2020.
And ultimately, he will be responsible if that happens. So, it's one, yes, he's good for doing that. But two, you can tell he's like, holy, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't want that to be on my shoulders if that happens.
Exactly.
Because you don't want New York City to be in chaos. And that potentially it could be. So, good on him, but at the same time, it's like he knows what the results will be, and it's not cool. You have to you have to see what happened first. And we are in a position now in this country where it's like nobody gives a crap about facts. Yeah. Nobody cares about the data. Nobody cares about facts. Nobody cares. It's just constant skin color, racism, skin color. This is what we do. It's just so dumb. Why do we do that?
Yeah. Anyway, this is going to be a huge, huge story. It's going to continue to get legs. I just know it because of the circumstances.
Totally.
Because of what we just said.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's gonna get ugly.
Yeah.
Especially if that Marine does not get charged. And I don't know that he should be charged. So we'll just have to see how that happens.
We have another, you're playing another clip later on in the show. I'm not sure exactly when, but it kind of ties in with this story. And it's like, we have such a history of this. And there was a starting point for us, I think, years ago when all of this stuff started. And we'll talk about that. But it's like, this stuff, we didn't deal with this stuff as much when I was a kid. And now we're
stuff. Oh my God, not even a little bit.
And now we're talking about it all the time. Every day. Yeah.
And the more the left, the way that the left wants to address it is doing so much damage. Yeah. I mean, CRT, all of it has made things so exponentially worse. It cannot be overstated. It just can't. Okay, so we need to also address what's going on at the border. It's getting really, 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 really bad in El Paso specifically, but also everywhere because they're pouring over they're invading us. Okay, so we're being invaded. No one cares, and so we've got some amazing images to show of El Paso. This is the area just around a church that's being used as a shelter for illegal immigrant women and kids. And so surrounding that shelter, the makeshift shelter, is all the men who are either alone, they're coming across the border alone, or they're tied in some way to the women and kids inside. But imagine this being your town, okay? Because that's what's coming to your town. This is during the day, just to give you an idea of the scale. These are just people who have nowhere to go because they've come here illegally and now they're just hanging out.
Every liberal, bleeding heart liberal that wants this.
Here's Knight.
They need to experience this in their city, and they're not experiencing it in their cities, not yet anyway. And I want every single bleeding heart liberal to take 5 of these people into their homes. Seriously. Like all the people that are like, but this is benevolent. This is like what we should be doing. Like these people are seeking asylum. Okay, then take them into your freaking homes. Because I guarantee you that these people have guest rooms. They all have guest rooms. And they're 4-bedroom homes. Take 5 of these people into your homes. You have the bandwidth. Take them. Why don't you take them?
And now imagine, because you're seeing this all around the building. This is just unbelievable, the magnitude of this issue. Think about this now. So there's a limited supply of resources, food, water, whatever, shelter. What's going to happen with those people when they don't get fed or watered or sheltered? They're coming for your homes.
Exactly.
And if you don't think that this is going to reach into communities that are not border cities, you're crazy, because this will travel. I mean, obviously it already is, because some of these governors are shipping folks to other cities already.
And I hope they do.
That they can get a taste of what this is like.
I hope to God that they do, because I'm so sick of these people that aren't in El Paso, that aren't in Texas. It's out of sight, out of mind. They're like, oh, this isn't even happening. Thumb up the butt. They don't care. They think that this isn't happening. I want these people to be shipped to all these. This is the whole reason that Abbott and DeSantis have shipped them to places like Martha's Vineyard. This is why they do it, because they think that this stuff isn't even a problem. Oh, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. Bullshit. It's like when it makes it to their city, then they start complaining. Okay, Lori Lightfoot, it's all of a sudden a problem for you. You don't have the bandwidth.
Right.
Well, welcome to the party, pal. It's like Texas has been dealing with this forever. This is what it's like in these cities. That's what it's like. People live in El Paso. People live. They have to go to work. They have lives, and they have to do all the things that you do in your city in El Paso. It's an actual city. That's what's happening in El Paso.
Right.
I mean, I feel bad for the people there that have kids that go to school. They have jobs. They have like livelihoods in El Paso. That's what's happening. It's oversaturated with illegals. That's not okay.
Desperate people will do desperate things.
Yeah.
And that's why when resources are tapped out and there is no more food and there is no more drink, that's when people who are already criminals for coming over the border,
right.
when their criminality ramps up to a whole other level. And we can't recover from this unless it is stopped. And so Trump went out on True Social yesterday and just excoriated Biden for dismantling all of his policies that were working. Here he is talking about that.
When Joe Biden came into office, he terminated every successful border policy that was put into place, including Remain in Mexico, one of the best of them all, deliberately throwing open the borders and instituting catch and release and resettling untold millions and millions of illegal aliens into the United States. They're now your neighbors. Congratulations.
So, he's being wry there, but he's absolutely right. These are policies that were working, and Biden, just out of pure spite and hatred against Trump, was like, I'm just going to undo them. Mm-hmm. Screw the American people. I hate Trump. And so I'm just going to make everything a gajillion times worse. Right. Now, the problem with what Trump is saying is that even though the Remain in Mexico policy was working, now we've reached a breaking point where that is no longer working. And there's a CNN reporter that's going to be in this next clip that explains why.
It's difficult to describe, Jim, with words. So I want to walk so you can walk with me and just see the magnitude of the number of individuals who are around this church here, just streets from downtown El Paso. A lot of these individuals you'll see are males, adult males. A lot of the women with children are actually in shelters, in a network of shelters throughout El Paso. As you mentioned, the city of El Paso under a state of emergency. Yes. They declared a disaster because of the influx, because they know that once Title 42 lifts, that there is going to be a greater influx of migrants. But here's the thing, so process this with me. Title 42 allows immigration agents to swiftly return migrants back to Mexico. So the obvious question, as you look around, is then why are there so many migrants if the federal government is actually implementing this Title 42? Then why are there so many migrants out here? Well, here's what we know. From talking to migrants and community leaders and officials on both sides of the border, I can tell you that thousands of migrants, nearly 40,000, are in at least 4 northern Mexican cities, and frustration is boiling over. A lot of them are deciding to cross the border. That's why you see so many out here. Some of them are turning themselves in to border authorities, Jim. Others are deciding to cross the border illegally because they've lost patience.
And, I just want to... I'd like to point out that refugees don't have cell phones. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry about that. Like if you're really hurting and you need asylum because you're escaping something, you don't have a cell phone. And most people in that position, just pointing that out, and you see all these people on their cell phones with their stuff and their knapsack. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, it's people in that position. I'm not buying what you're selling. Right. So that's that. And yes, El Paso is in a state of emergency. That is a thing. So, I mean, there's people who think that this is the way you destroy a country. This is how you do it from the inside out. This is what they're doing. They are destroying our country. And anybody who tells you otherwise is a bleeding heart liberal, and they are full of crap, and they don't understand the magnitude of what's happening at the border right now. But they're doing it. They're single-handedly destroying our sovereignty and our country. That's what they're doing. Congratulations.
This should be an easy thing for Republicans to run on, and for Trump to run on specifically again. Because if he's the nominee, and it looks like he will be, because people are gluttons for punishment, I guess, he has to use this as the main point again, because this is literally what is destroying the country. All
of them have to use this. Every single Republican who is running needs to run on this. This is like, to me, it's like the number one issue. This and the economy are the number one issues. Like, Democrats are running on all this bullcrap social stuff. And I tell my kids this, my older kids, I mean, millennials and Gen Zers are so concerned about killing babies, like, while literally our country is being destroyed. Like, you just look at the board, like, these people are idiots. They're just like, oh my God, bodily autonomy. Seriously, your bodily autonomy is not going to matter when cartels in China are invading us. I mean, I don't see how that's going to matter at all. And this is what they're concerned about, but they should be concerned about the fact that we are being invaded right now.
And we've gotten to a point now where if you're a Democrat, you're completely complicit. And I'm to the point where I have zero sympathy for anyone who suffers or is a victim of a crime at the hand of an illegal. Yep. I don't give a crap. I will not shed a single tear for any Democrat who is the victim of any kind of crime.
Right.
Because
you voted.
Because you
voted for this. Right.
This is on you. Right. So I am out of all. Where's my jar of, you know what I'm
a jar of F's. I have 0 F's to give.
I don't have any.
F's to give you.
Not a single one. Okay, let's move on to this interesting clip from O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly. You guys remember him? Bill O'Reilly was on
vaguely.
Chris Cuomo's show on News Nation talking about Tucker. And you remember that Bill O'Reilly himself did not have a very amicable exit from Fox News. There was a lot of hullabaloo around that exit. And Chris Cuomo, of course, famously did not have a good exit from CNN. So it's very interesting that they are the two that are talking about Tucker. And it's in light of the fact that Fox News seems to be leaking so many of these videos of Tucker trying to paint him as some sort of racist psychopath and failing miserably because we all watch the videos and we're like, Tucker seems awesome. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It just makes all the people on our side like him even more. And then you've got people, all the hags on The View are dissecting every single word that he says. And this is precisely what they're doing. They're like, oh my gosh, he's such a racist. He's so this, he's a white supremacist. And it's like, they already thought that anyway. So it's just solidifying everybody's already preconceived views about him. That's all it's doing.
Well, Bill, I thought does a nice job explaining what could be compelling Fox News to be releasing and leaking all of these clips. And I thought this was a good explanation. Here it is.
To justify Mr. Carlson's departure, you've got to make him into a villain. Both you and I have been through this. So someone, most likely inside Fox News, is leaking things to the insidious Media Matters operation, one of the worst things in this country, and the New York Times that hates Fox. And they're trying to make Carlson look like a racist villain. All right, so they're taking all they can get out of depositions, out of things that were secretly recorded, whatever it may be, and they're putting it out. So to take the heat off them and say, we had to do it. We had to get rid of them. That's how corporations play the game, not just Fox. If you make a controversial decision that's coming back to hurt you, then you're going to try to cover that decision with whatever. And in this case, it's leaking material against Carlson.
I love how he lumped Chris in with him on that. He's like, they did it to you. They did it to me. I mean, CNN did it. Fox does it. They all do it. And so, I mean, Chris is like, yeah, I mean, they did it to me too. So, I mean, this is and whether you're a liberal or you're a conservative, all of these corporate, machines, they do it because they want to look like the good guys when in fact, they're not the good guys, So
I just thought that was, and his voice is going, did you hear that? Like Bill O'Reilly's voice is like, maybe he just has a cold. I don't know. I don't ever see him or listen to him or whatever.
That happens to a lot of those guys though. A lot of radio, TV people, because they use their voices so much throughout their lives. We've seen that happen to some of the
I hope that doesn't happen to us.
Yeah.
We talk a lot.
Either. We do. But I mean, like, even after we do like a meet and greet, like the next day, we'll notice that we can't talk very well. That happens. But I mean, if you use your voice for we've seen that with a lot of people that we've worked with where they just can't do radio anymore because their voices are shot, so God bless him.
Yeah. He sounds, it just sounds old. Okay. So we mentioned earlier that that ever since Obama, came into office and then ever since CRT was a thing, all of this stuff has done the absolute opposite of what it was intended to do, which is to, soothe racial tensions, ease racial relations. Everything's gotten exponentially worse. And there's a Good Man on the Street interview, which shows the extent to which it's gotten worse. Check this out.
Agree or disagree with the following statement? it is okay to be white?
No, that's not okay. It's terrible to be white.
No. Y'all got too much. Yeah, y'all got too much
to be
leeway.
white. That's awful.
No.
Okay, so why is that? Why is it not okay to be white?
Y'all have the race as a people. Y'all have done too much. I would rather
people.
Yeah, as a whole.
And it's a group of people.
Too much good or too much bad?
Too much bad.
The majority is not.
Is like bottom of the barrel, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Should we be judging people based on the content of their character and not the color of their skin?
No, you need the color is
God.
very important.
It is important. By the way, do you agree with that?
Unbelievable.
Yes, she does. I have a black son. I don't want my son come home with no white woman.
Wow.
At all. He knows better.
Unbelievable.
Do you tell him that?
Yes.
How old's your son?
21.
Oh my God.
And he's not allowed to date.
He could date who he want, but they can't come in my house, and I'm not gonna have no parts of it. I don't want no mixed babies. I want a black baby grandchild. That's what I want.
I feel like it's not okay to be racist.
It is okay to be racist.
But white people have made it where it's so easy to be racist.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So she seems nice. She seems like a nice lady. So there was, if you watch because I watched the whole video, it's like a 15-minute video. And there was a Rasmussen poll that they actually pulled from, that dude pulled from. 53% of Black Americans say that it's okay to be white. That's it. Like, so only half of Black Americans say it's okay to be white, meaning that half of Black Americans say that it's not okay to be white.
This is the poll that Scott Adams, this is what got the Dilbert cartoon creator. Right. Yeah, because he was like, if that's actually accurate, then I'm going to stay away from
Black people.
Because why would I want to be around people who half of them don't think I should even be alive?
Half of Black America, you guys, think that it's not okay to be white. What in the hell? Like, that's a staggering statistic. Yeah. And I blame Obama for that. I totally blame Obama, because pre-Obama, that wasn't the case. It just simply wasn't. I mean, if you like the pre-Obama America didn't have that mentality. I'm convinced. I mean, because we all lived in it, and most of you lived in that America, and it just wasn't the case. I mean, people didn't look at each other through the lens of skin color. I didn't. I still don't.
Now it's all we do.
It's all people do. And it's because of him. He absolutely single-handedly destroyed racial relations in this country. I mean, everybody thought, oh, this is great. We're going to have a Black president. It's going to make everything all better. No, he made it worse. So much worse. Because that's all he cared about. That's all he did, was focus on skin color. I mean, he had such a chip on his shoulder.
From the word go, like the whole beer summit, all of it. It was just constant. And the fact that he always dismissed and discounted the fact that he was biracial. Yeah. It would have been so much better for him to embrace both parts of his actual being.
And you'd think he would, considering a white woman is the one who raised him when his Black dad is the one who walked out. Right. You think that he would give some reverence to the fact that a white person raised him, but no, he didn't at all. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. I think we mentioned a couple days ago that Biden, or maybe we didn't, I just can't remember, but Biden has really ramped up efforts to pay off some people on TikTok in order to get Gen Zers engaged in re-electing him. And so there's this guy, I guess he's famous for being popular on TikTok. His name is Henry Sisson. Yeah. And he's a lot of person. Okay. It's like this dude that is just so.
He's a Gen Zer.
Oh my God. He's got a lot of energy.
He's a Gen Zer.
I have a lot of energy, but this guy.
He's like you on steroids, and
he out energies me.
Oh my God. He's a lot.
He's putting out a lot of videos about re-electing Biden. And just to give you a taste of what those look like. Uh-oh.
He's all right. He just sees something outside. He probably sees a cow. Sorry, guys.
Here's a taste of what these videos are going to look like. And keep in mind, this is someone on TikTok who has probably millions of followers. That's why they're paying for the super influential TikTokers to make these kinds of videos. Here,
right. The 2024 presidential election is already clear. We have President Biden, who's a good man. He's passed historic policy, and he cares about the American people. But what do the Republicans have? Donald Trump, the disgrace, twice impeached former president who's been indicted. He tried to incite an insurrection at our Capitol. He tried to overturn a free and fair election. Yeah, let's stick with common sense and not conspiracy. Let's stick with fact and not fiction. And in 2024, we're going to re-elect President Biden, and we're going to finish the job.
He's like, take a breath, dude.
Oh
Take a breath. He's exhausting. Oh my God. And he had Obama in one of his videos. So, I mean, like they do this on purpose, with purpose, by design. They get these kids and then they orchestrate TikTok. Now everybody will be like, oh my God, this guy's an idiot, blah, blah, blah. And he is. He's an idiot. Like, I can't stand him. I just, like, my fist forms when I see his face because he's just like one of these Gen Zers on TikTok. But this matters, you guys.
And it works.
Matters and it works because, like, if you read the comments, because I saw that video and I looked at him and I read the comments, and the comments galore. Amen. You're so right. So glad to see young people like they're getting involved. This is so wonderful. Oh my God, all the activism, blah. They love this kid and they're involved, and all these young kids follow him and they're just like salivating over him, and they will vote. Like these 18 to 22-year-olds, they love this crap. And this is who they're watching.
See the Supreme Court in Wisconsin recent vote. I mean, it does work, and they are engaged big time, way more so than young folks who are more conservative. They're just not paying attention. So they've got the crazies out en masse, and they are voting. And that is a huge, huge, huge concern.
Right.
And it's interesting. Do you remember CJ Pearson?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So CJ Pearson, still very, very active in conservative circles. We interviewed him on our radio show, you guys, when he was 12. Okay, that's how long he's been doing this. He was 12 years old, and we were
smart.
blown away. Oh my God.
So smart, that kid.
Smart.
Oh my God.
We connected him with Fox. I mean, I'm not saying we deserve all the credit for his rise, but I'm not saying it either, because I'm just not. Anyway, so but he's still very, very influential on Twitter, elsewhere. And he's obviously a man now, and he's great. Like, so he fights, obviously he's on our team. We're fighting for the same things. He has challenged Henry Sisson to a debate.
I love it.
I know. And he's like, we can have anybody that you want moderate. It could be Dave Rubin, or it can be someone from MSNBC. It can be so-and-so. It can be, I mean, like, he's open. He just wants this Henry Sisson guy to be able to get on a stage and articulate what job are we wanting Biden to finish? Because everything that he has done has
turned to crap.
Awful.
And I bet he's saying no. I bet he's saying, I won't debate you.
Last night, I hadn't seen any response. So I don't know what the response is going to be, but
yeah, because listen, he just wants to be on TikTok. He doesn't want to debate. He doesn't want to like actually go toe to toe.
He wants the Biden payoff, and then that's that.
And Obama to come on and dance with him. Like, it's like, oh, we're on TikTok. We're doing a dance.
Oh my God.
It's so great. Look at us go. This is the thing. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, but this is what they do, because the RNC sucks at this. The RNC/GOP, we suck at this, you guys. We always have. We've been railing about this for 14 years. We're the worst at PR. We're the worst at marketing. We suck. We are always on the defense when it comes to this. We've never gotten better. I don't know what it takes to get the RNC to like get on board with the fact that you have to attract young people, and you have to do these stupid things to do it. You have to be on TikTok. You have to. There are young people that are conservatives. My kids are living proof of that. I got 3 and they're all conservative. I mean,
well, they need to get on TikTok and start dancing.
Well, I'm not. I'm sorry. My daughter's never going to be on TikTok. It's just not going to happen. She will never ever be on TikTok. It's not. It won't ever happen. But my point is that there are conservatives that are out there, and it would be great if we could just engage them and do it, and do the same things and employ the same tactics that Democrats do. We just don't do it, and it's because we have people like, you know, what is her name? Ronna
McDaniel. She's worthless.
Yeah, we have worthless people like that in the RNC that are running the show. That's the problem.
Oh my God. Speaking of elections, I do want to, in case people were wondering, I don't know if DeSantis is going to run. I kind of hope he doesn't. Trump is going to be the nominee, and we just all need to let that happen, because at this point, I don't see any way around that. But he has cleared a hurdle that everybody was kind of waiting for him to clear in order to run. And I'll let this report from CNN explain.
Florida GOP lawmakers have cleared the path for Governor Ron DeSantis to run for president without resigning. On Friday, the legislators tweaked a law that currently requires candidates in the state seeking higher office to give up their elected post once they qualify for the ballot. DeSantis has not yet officially announced that he's running for the Republican nomination, but is widely expected to jump into the race in the coming weeks after Florida lawmakers conclude their legislative session.
It's really weird.
Was the hurdle.
I see ads. I see television ads for his presidential run. And it's not from him. It's not like, it's just, they're groups. They're, like little, they're PACs or something that are, pushing him for president. And I'm like, this is so odd. I've never seen anything like this, but they want him to run for president. And so they're pushing him, and they have like legit presidential campaign ads, but it's not from him. Right. So it's just the most bizarre thing. And then I see Trump running ads against him, and he's not running. And I'm like, I'm living in bizarre world. So weird. Because he hasn't announced his campaign, but it's just so strange. I don't understand what's going on, because he hasn't announced. I kind of hope he doesn't run either, but I don't want him to. I'm done wanting him to. Yeah. I kind of don't want him to run this time. Maybe just wait until the next time. But it's going to throw everybody off. Trump's going to be like, well, damn, I've put some. Who am I going to fight with? Right. I guess I'm supposed to fight against Vivek, because that's going to be weird. I'm going to have to punch down. It's strange, because he's been fighting DeSantis when DeSantis isn't even in the freaking ring.
But it is interesting that that the legislature has cleared a path for him to do that. Right. And I had thought, like, back when I really, really, really wanted DeSantis to run, I thought, okay, well, as soon as that happens, he's going to make the announcement and he's going to be out there. But now it's just like he's been so tarnished, and, the Trump loyalists just absolutely won't accept anyone else. Yeah, they won't. And that's 30% of the American populace are just like Trump or nobody, Trump or nobody. Right. And so Trump won't win, because they're you're not going to get the independents ever, or the people that are conservatives who just can't stomach it. But also, like, no one else can beat Trump in a primary. So I feel like we're just utterly screwed. I mean, I don't like being pessimistic, but that's the position that I think that we're in. And so, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I heard that there were rumors that Trump's not interested in debating, which I can't imagine that's true. Trump loves debating. So I can't imagine that he won't. But
I don't believe that rumor. I know,
believe that, but it's like there's some other people that are in the like, even Vivek is like, you have to, I want to debate. And I'm like, oh, I think you're going to get one. Like, I don't. Yeah,
he has.
I think that's going to happen.
And Vivek my God, he would be exemplary at debating. He will. Oh my God. He goes on every show, talks to every person. That guy is a dynamo when it comes to just being out there, and every single possible opportunity. You can't dispute that. He's awesome. I hope he gets a chance. I want to see him debate. I want to see him debate against Trump. I think it'd be fantastic. What are they saying?
The people that, just like,
are they mad at you again?
DeSantis is totally involved with the World Economic Forum. There's like actual video of Trump freaking standing next to Klaus Schwab and complimenting him. So can we just not with that? Can we just not? Wait, so Trump said he's not debating. Is that true? And why debate when he's so far ahead in the polls? Oh my God.
Yeah, I like Vivek too. I really like Vivek.
I think he should debate.
He's smart, needs to debate. And he's got a great future ahead of him, because he's so young. Sharp as a tack, that guy.
Both. I mean, you're right. Tracy? Oh my God, you're so right. She's like, oh my God, people are so stupid. Trump and Biden both need to go away. Can we just get like some new normal people that aren't being
you're not allowed
for like a gajillion different crimes?
You're not allowed to do that. No, you're not allowed to do that. It's not allowed. You're not. No.
Oh my God. Okay, you guys. So we mentioned the whole Jordan Neely thing. This isn't really related at all, except that we've got a serious mental health crisis on our hands. Bring back all the asylums is what I say. Bring back institutions. We need them so desperately. But we also have a massive drug issue, and these are related, right? There's often mental illness and drugs kind of go hand in hand in a lot of cases. There was this amazing video that was shot by a guy in a Taco Bell drive-thru. Hence my name today, Mako Bell. Amazing. This video is of a guy that works at Taco Bell. Ostensibly, he just took the drive-thru order, right? The guy pulls up to the window ready to get his order. This is what he sees.
My God. Could you imagine, you guys?
And that kid is not that. He looks like he's not even 18.
He's probably 16 or 17 years old. 16 or 17, you guys. I just cannot.
How is he even standing?
He's not. He's barely standing.
This is at the Taco Bell in Niles. I'm sitting here waiting for my food.
Oh my God.
And this guy.
And then you're like, am I going to eat my food? Like, you don't want to eat anything that
like
kid gives you. Oh my God.
He ends up knocking on the window, and I'll show you that part.
Oh my God. I just cannot. It's so sad.
Right?
Is he getting, so he's getting out of the car?
To knock on the window, yeah.
It is heartbreaking, isn't it? It is, Shannon. I just cannot.
I mean, he's just out of his mind.
Bro, are you good? Yeah. What's going on with you, man?
Sorry, man. I've just been working.
No, we're waiting for food, man. You got a whole line. You've been sitting here nodding out at the drink machine, man.
Yeah, I feel that, bro.
Bro, you should probably not be working right now.
I feel that, bro. It's just been a long night.
Nah, man. No.
What you mean?
Dude, we're waiting for food. We've been sitting here waiting.
I just, wow. That kid has parents,
right? I mean,
yeah. Somebody made him, and
yeah,
I just
on drugs. There's no question that he's on drugs.
My God, there's so many drugs.
That's not just being overtired.
And you know what? That's not pot either.
Oh no.
People are.
He was a mess.
Yeah, people are like Cheech and Chong. No, that's beyond Cheech and Chong, y'all. That's not.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, that's not.
That is some sort of
absolute heroin. That's like fentanyl. That's
some sort of opioid.
Yeah.
Like that kid is on something other than pot, because that.
And you know where that comes from? It comes over the border,
right?
We can that we need to shut that shit down.
Hey, China! Yay! Yeah, there is a mom out there that probably. I hope she sees that. That'll break her heart. But I hope she sees that and she's like, "That's my boy." I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I cannot. All right, let's get to your whack. It's a double whack today.
It's a double whack. Okay, so the first one is the Kevin Bacon one, right? Mm-hmm. So, all right. So a couple days ago, this came out. So Kevin Bacon and his wife, Kira Sedgwick, who's been in, I don't even know how, she's been in one movie, and he's been in like every single movie. Like if
been in more than one.
I think she was in Singles. She was in the movie Singles. Remember that movie?
And then did she do to like TV or something maybe after that?
I don't think she did anything other than Singles. That's all I remember her from. And then she married Kevin Bacon, which is a good choice for her.
They've been married forever and ever.
A really good move. Yeah. So she was in one movie, and then she married Kevin Bacon, and he's been in like every single movie. He's all the movies. And
I'll always degrees away from him.
Right. And I've always liked Kevin Bacon. And then he came out with this ridiculous TikTok. I guess it was a TikTok. It was on Twitter. It was on Instagram, and I've seen it. And he and his wife are dancing, and they're going to die on the hill of drag. That's what they're going to do now. This
one isn't with his wife though, right? This is just him?
This is with his wife.
Is with her?
They're dancing. Okay. They're dancing, and they look ridiculous. And they're like,
I don't think that's the one that's in here, is it?
No, it's he and his wife dancing.
I'll play it. All right,
his wife
drag
dancing.
is an art, and drag is a right. Drag is a centuries-old art.
I thought it was
what I got.
Oh, I saved the one of he and his wife.
It's an opportunity.
This was the one that was in the thing.
Oh, crap.
Dangerous.
But he's talking about drag.
We believe in amplifying the voices of those that are experiencing injustice. So join us in supporting the ACLU Drag Defense Fund by shopping our bonfire campaign or making a gift. Designed by the amazing Mason Kay, Kira and I are honored to support this important fund, and we welcome you to do the same.
Yeah, there's one of he and his wife dancing, and they're all getting down and supporting drag. And so this is the thing. Like, he is going to die on the hill of drag. He thinks that it's
what an odd thing to get all excited about.
And it's like, but he doesn't understand. And so many people in the comments on all these places where it's at, where it's housed, is, people are saying, I don't think you understand. We're not against drag. Like, that's fine. If you want to go to a drag show, I don't care. We're against drag being in front of kids. That's
exactly. I don't know why this is hard.
Against. It is hard for these people to understand that. And it's happening. They're shoving it down the throats of children. And when you start doing that, that's when people are like, hell no. Like, we're fighting back against that. And the thing is that you look at the comment sections of some of these places and you're like, this doesn't happen. It's never around kids. Drag that just doesn't exist, but it does. And so these people,
there's so much video evidence of it existing.
Oh my God, it's everywhere. And they think that it doesn't happen, but it's actually happening. And I can't believe these people have their heads so far up their butts. They think that this is not a thing. It actually is a thing. And then yesterday I was,
before you get to the other one really quick, I just wanted to say, I knew someone would be sticking up for Kira. Kira Sedgwick starred in The Closer for several years and has written and produced dozens of movies.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I should have known her. I should have known her bio. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure she's a very wonderful actress. Yes.
I knew she was on some
Fantastic.
TV show. I knew
She's
it.
also a very wonderful dancer with her husband in TikTok. Anyway, so then there was this I saw yesterday. If any of you women out there shop at Anthropology, it's a store.
I've been a fan.
I mean, I've liked some of their stuff too. Anthropology is a kind of a famous, well-known store. They have housewares, they have all sorts of clothes, stuff like that. I saw this on their Instagram page yesterday, and I'm so sick of this crap.
And this is
so sick of it.
Post Bud Light Dylan Mulvaney. Like, this is after that. They've decided that this is what they need to do.
It's a good idea.
Yalla.
I gotta tell you, like, if I see if a company puts a man's ass in a dress, I'm not going to buy the dress. I want to see a woman in the clothes, and then I'll be like, okay, and I can determine whether or not I want to wear those clothes. But if you put a man in the clothes, that's not appealing to me. It's like, it's a dress for a woman. It's not a dress for a man. Why do they think this is a good idea?
I get, because that guy is going to buy dresses now. And there's probably 7 other guys like drag queens who are like, oh, I should shop at Anthropology. They're trying to expand their audience. Don't you see?
They need to stop erasing us is what they need to stop doing. I'm really getting tired of all of these companies erasing women. They need to stop it. It's getting on my nerves. It's on my last nerve. Stop it, Anthropology. And so I put that on our Instagram page, and I was like, tell Anthropology what you think about this.
Mm-hmm.
Because
there needs to be the same reaction as there was to Bud Light.
Right. And it's like they're just sheep at this point, these companies. They're just, stop it. Stop it.
It is time for some My Pillow talks. And if you haven't gotten your My Pillow 2.0 version, the newest version of the My Pillow from mypillow.com/chicks yet, you're missing out, man. Especially now that summer's here, you want that cooling technology on your pillows, and it's fantastic. They're so comfy, and it's buy one get one when you use code CHICKS at mypillow.com/chicks. So let's get to some talks. Speaking of Chris Cuomo, I know we had a clip of him with O'Reilly. He also had the Moms for Liberty group on.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and we've talked to them a couple times.
We love them.
So they were on to talk about these ridiculous books that are in elementary school libraries. And I want you guys to watch Chris Cuomo's face, okay? Because he is obviously, I don't know whether he genuinely believes that right-wingers are too interested in book bans right now, or whether he actually understands that there is some content that is inappropriate and should not be in elementary school kid libraries. And so as you see his face when they start to read a passage from the book, just watch him, because it's almost like you can see the light bulb go off a little bit. Check this out.
Let me ask you something. Tina, would the book bother you as much if it were a male and a female doing animations that are instructional for kids to understand that type of sex relation?
So the problem with the books that our chapters across the country have concerns with, Chris, is that they are obscene. They are obscene and they are pornographic. This has nothing to do with if it's male and male, female and female, or male and female. They are obscene and they are pornographic. And Genderqueer is just one of the many books. Here's My Body is Growing, a guide for children 4 to 8. I could read to you out of this book. It is disgusting. It is with a man and a woman, 20 years old. It's not appropriate. This is for ages 4 to 8. And
kindergarten through 3rd grade.
And it says that Sabrina's vagina becomes moist and warm, and Marco's penis gets very stiff. Marco then pushes his penis into Sabrina's vagina, always in and out. That feels great for both of them. It tells you before this that they are unmarried and living 20 years old. This is appropriate for 4 to 8-year-olds. This is found in grade schools all across the country.
I mean, what the hell does a 4-year-old need that information for?
Yeah,
Why?
right, exactly. And this is the thing. Like Jill Biden was interviewed. I saw a clip yesterday of her, and then also Kamala was interviewed as well. But specifically, our first lady was interviewed, and she was like, "No book should be banned in the United States. No book. All books belong in our schools, every single book." Like she was adamant about that and like just firm about it. Right. Wow. I mean, she was acting like this is a horrible thing that we want to take any books. So she's for this. She's for these perverted books in our schools. Our first lady is, I mean, they want this. Kamala wants it. Jill Biden wants it. They want this crap, this smut in your schools. They want your 4th graders to be reading this. They want 4-year-olds to be reading this. This is what they want.
And it's, what's amazing too, is I always think back to like all those school board meetings where parents will try to come up and have their 5 minutes and read passages out of these books. They're not allowed to read them because of the vulgarity at a school board meeting for adults. And yet it's fine for 4 to 8-year-olds to have the access to this. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Absolutely crazy. All right, let's get to some more fun things because I've got a baby for you that's going to help.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't wait.
And it's not even that she's tasted the banana. She's just holding the banana. And it is absolutely grossing her out. Look at this.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so mean to the banana. It's so mean. I cannot.
She does not like bananas, you guys.
She wants no part of that banana, you guys.
No part
of it.
None whatsoever.
I love her.
I love this. This is a group clip on TikTok where there's a guy saying what the difference is between white guys and black guys. And this is hilarious to me.
What can white people do that black people can't?
This is easy. When something is really funny, we are able to stay in the same place, like not go anywhere when we laugh.
What can
I love that so much.
Right? I sent that to Marcus like months ago. I saw a similar clip and I sent it to Marcus. I was like, why do you guys do this? Like, why can't you just laugh and stay, with your feet planted? Why do you got to run?
Why do you
got to run when something's super funny?
Why do you got to go away?
This is just what we do.
Oh my God. It's what black people do. I love it so much.
Oh, it just cracked me up. Shelly, thank you. Shelly says 4-year-olds don't read, so an adult has to read that to them. That's a great point. Although I did have a very early reader, so that's not always true.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, I mean, I get your point for sure. We got to show dogs being guilty. Dogs being guilty is my favorite thing. So
great.
if you've ever had dogs that normally come and greet you, like as soon as they hear the door open, they're at the door, they come and greet you. You know it's a bad sign when that doesn't happen, right?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Look at the face of the one on the
right. He's like, I totally effed up, Mom.
And the face gets even funnier the longer you look. Look at
Oh God. He's like, I did some bad things. It was him. It wasn't me. It was him. Oh my
It's
God.
me. Hi, I'm the problem.
It's me.
It's me.
Oh my God.
This video says in the caption, it says, I ordered a dog from Wish. This is not a dog getting brushed.
Oh, come here. Come here. Don't take it out on him. Come here, Weave.
He sounds like an angry bee.
Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here.
His name is Weave.
Yeah.
You gotta get your nappy coat off.
Oh my gosh.
Listen to that sound.
He's so cute. He's like, I am a coyote. I don't like being brushed.
Come here, stray dog. You come here, stray dog.
He's not a dog.
I think he kind of like halfway. No,
Why
he
do
doesn't
you
like
be
it.
like that? You like being brushed.
I do still want to pet him.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this is the last. Actually, I have two. Oh yeah, so I know which one I'm going to say for last. There was a guy that pulled the meanest prank on his absolutely idiotic girlfriend, and it. I feel like I would fall for this accidentally. I think I would catch on sooner than this girl does, but I think I would fall for it initially. Check this out.
My girlfriend gets very easily confused.
Mwah. Love you more. Bye. I just know this is going to work.
You forgot your phone at home.
Come on, check it.
Oh my God. She has it, obviously.
I know. And she's like, oh,
I'm
crap.
very excited for her to walk through that door.
What?
Hey. Oh, what do you mean?
What?
What are you on about?
I left my phone here.
What?
You sent me a text saying I left my phone.
Oh my God. Why
Try
would
again.
she come back? Why?
Think about it again.
Think about it
Same
again.
sentence again.
Oh my God.
That's all I
Why
was
would
trying
she
to
do that?
It's behind you.
What's behind
Why
me?
did you put it?
I haven't put anything
I'm
anywhere.
in a rush. Seriously, I am in a rush. I've got to go. You just sent me a message.
Yeah?
Oh, can you just give me my phone?
I don't have your phone.
Yes, you do. It was
Oh my
phone.
Are
God.
you crazy? How did you receive that text?
Oh my God.
What do you mean? You sent it to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah? What did you read it from?
What? How did you do that?
I'm actually annoyed with her. I'm
Yeah.
annoyed with how dumb she is.
My phone.
Yeah.
But I have my phone.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I can't even talk about this.
You are the most precious thing this earth has ever seen. I hope you know
How
that.
you've done it.
It's okay.
I don't think she even still gets it. She's like, okay, now I get that I have my phone, but like, how did you do that?
There's so many people that are like, she's so cute. No, I don't. I just don't have tolerance for that much stupidity. That is a lot of dumb right there. There's so
Okay,
much-
I've saved the best for last, I think. So, have you seen those videos where you do a test on your dog? Like you and your husband stand on either side of your dog, and then you each take off running in opposite directions to see who the dog follows?
We've never done that.
No, I'm not saying you've done it, but have you seen those videos where like it's
No.
like you see who the dog loves more? Who does he?
I'm not
chase?
on TikTok, so no, I haven't seen
Well,
that. But
everything on
I've-
TikTok ends up on Instagram Reels, and I know that's where you are.
I haven't seen that yet. It hasn't made it there yet. No.
Okay. Well, this is a thing. It's a challenge that happens often on TikTok where you stand and you run separate directions, and it's supposed to say who your dog loves more is who he follows, right? So this dog's reaction is so precious. Look. I think I like. I'm going to mute it. All right. So there they are on either side. They both take off running. so the
He
dog
doesn't know what to do.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna turn around in circles.
Oh my God, I love it. That's fantastic. That is awesome.
I love that reaction so much.
That's the best. That is the best. Just gonna run around in circles.
Oh my God. I'm just gonna spin.
Who do you think your dogs would go to? Who do you think?
God, it's so hard to know. We're gonna have to try this. Because I really don't know. I think it's whoever they would see run first, like whoever they would catch out of their eye running. So I don't know if it would even be about like who they want to follow as much as it would be like an instinctive, oh, I saw them run, I'm going to go that way. Because like, how do they look at the same time? You know what I mean?
like,
I don't know.
I feel like Cash would come to me.
Yeah, he'd probably.
Cash
He'd
would you come
probably
to-
chase
he
you.
would- yeah, Cash would come to me. Yeah. Whenever my husband and I are in an embrace or like we're kissing or something, he attacks my husband.
Well, he attacked me when I hugged you.
He did. He did.
He's very protective.
He is so weirdly protective. It's very strange. He jumps on us.
But what does he do when Coda jumps on you? Because he's scared of Coda.
He doesn't do anything. He he drools a lot. There's a lot of stuff coming out of his mouth and he shakes.
He's just paralyzed with fear.
He's so, you guys, he is having a mental breakdown over this puppy. I don't know what to do about it. If anybody is a dog psychologist out there, I could use some advice on how to make him better.
Oh man, you've just opened the floodgates.
Right. Just let me know like what to do about that because he's having a mental breakdown and we're not getting rid of the puppy.
Flap?
Hey, you gonna get up? Hey. Do you see him back there? He's completely dead. Hey, hey.
He does not look like he's gonna
Look at
get
him.
up at all.
He's not getting up, you guys. I think
And Astrid's not helping. Is she not in there?
Astrid's not in here. He's
Okay.
psychologically exhausted. Look at him. He's just like, I can't get up. Like I'm just exhausted by everything this week. He's just exhausted, you guys.
All right. Well, we.
Oh,
Can
so
still
there is
win.
somebody in here who's a behavioral professional for pets. I should message you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Kara, thank you. I may do that. I may take you up on that. Yes, because he's just distraught. He's distraught this week. You guys, thank you. And also have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. The puppy is with my husband taking my daughter to school. So
We've decided that it's going to be every Puppy Fridays.
Yeah, because he cannot be in here. It's just too much chaos. You guys, I get too distracted.
And it'll be cool actually if we do that on Fridays. Like people will actually see the growth week to week to week. You know what I mean?
Hold him up like Lion King. You can just see him because he's going to grow exponentially. That's what. Yeah. Do. And then one day I won't be able to hold him up. It's just,
one day
there will come a time. It just would be too big.
It's actually good for Cash that they grow so fast because the quicker he grows, the less frightened he'll be.
Yes, it's. I hope that is the hope.
Yeah.
And Cheryl said that Dr. Oz has made him depressed, and it's highly possible. It's highly possible that it was Dr. Oz.
Yeah, that's probably right.
I should sue or something. You guys have a wonderful Thursday.